Peace. Welcome back to the Voices of Reason show. I'm your host, Skilo Slim, and today we got a very inspirational brother in the building. I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself while we jump right in it. What's up, my brother? Peace,
man.
What's up?
Peace, bro. How you doing?
Doing good,
Appreciate
man. Thanks
you.
for coming, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming, man. You go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
All right. I'm Qasim Shabazz. Not a whole lot about myself. You know, I'm here trying to do the work and do the work.
No doubt.
Inspiration.
No doubt. So what exactly do you do, man? I heard about the football league, man. Why don't you fill us in on that, bro?
So I'm the president and the founder of the Urban Flag Football League. We got 5 to 8. You know, the concept behind the league is to promote culture. You know, so we have teams like the Garveyites, the El Haj Bulldogs, the Mighty Moors, the Salam Supremes, the Black Panthers, Wakanda Kings.
No doubt.
You know, we want to teach the children who they are through our athletic program. Right. You know, we're not Vikings. We're not Cornhuskers. We're not, you know, we run that realm, but we don't have any homage paid to us, you know, as a people. So if we're going to teach them athletics and stuff like that, then we should at the same time teach them who they are and where they come from through these programs subconsciously.
Right.
So, you know, you come out to the field, you see red, black, and green flags. You know, we have the different cultural things going on out there. We got books and stuff for sale, and it's just a beautiful atmosphere. And it's funded by us. It's funded by the people.
Right.
We don't have grants. We don't have government assistance and stuff like that. You know, we felt like it's a great pride being able to do something on our own for once.
Right, right. That's a beautiful thing too, man. For real. So how did it go from like nothing to what it is now? Like, what was that process like? Because that's a big thing. You said you got a full league funded by the people. Like, how did you get from sitting there thinking like, man, we should do this, to where it's at today?
You know, really, it was the thought itself. It comes, you know, like all of us. Thoughts come to all of us, you know.
No doubt.
And then it just, you know, whether we move out on it or not, that's on us, you know, as individuals. What I did was I found brothers and sisters who shared the same vision of camaraderie. We wanted the same thing, and we just did it. We said, hey, you know, let's look at the numbers, let's look at the possibilities, and let's make it happen. You know, prior to that, I was coaching for the YMCA. I was there for about 4 seasons.
Okay.
Couple of years, basically, and just kind of looked at their setup and stuff like that, and took that and ran with it. You know, took my own and started my own program.
Right, right. So was it any like certain obstacles or anything that you came up against?
Yeah, brother, it's obstacles, you know, and in some piece there is always going to be war. Right. You see, whether that's internal or external. So there was conflict, you know, keeping the people morale up and stuff like that, and making sure you do the best you can to keep yourself in check, because once you're in that spotlight, you're in that spotlight, you know. Yeah. And we forget, you know, and people, you know, we're not perfect, we make mistakes and stuff like that, but definitely, you know, it just came with the territory.
Right,
you know?
Right. See, that lets you know, man, like nothing's more powerful than a determined idea. Like, in my opinion, nothing in this universe is more powerful than a determined idea. Because once you set your mind to it, it's like, it's either going to happen or it's like, it's not. But it's up to you, your discipline. And that's like the main thing. To me, that's like you a disciplined brother, because, I mean, at any time you could have stopped and said, what am I doing? Like, I'm going to just do this. I'm going to go on a vacation. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just work. I got my own situation to deal with. But you didn't. So that's like a testament to your discipline, really.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Really, I mean, you know, like, so as far as the teams go, is it like a different people who run different teams, or is it just like, how's it work? Like,
yeah, we got about 3 coaches per team.
Okay.
All of the teams fall in the realm of the UFFL. So yeah, we have the different coaches per team who run those particular teams, train those. You got 16 kids per team, so it's a pretty decent sized league.
Right, yeah, it is.
We got 8 on the field at a time, to keep down the sidelines. So yes, we got coaches.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Thank you.
How long have y'all been doing it?
This is our 4th season. We've done 4 seasons. We're going on our 5th season. 5th season will begin September 8th. Training camps and registration are taking place right now currently all the way up until September 8th is the first game. And we have all of our games are held at Miller Park. We chose Miller Park strategically. It's in the hood. Nothing's being done with a lot of the property over there. So we have 200, 300 people show up to those games every Saturday.
That's dope.
So yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. How long is the season? You said
about 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Okay, yeah. So how would somebody get involved? Like if they wanted like their kid to play or?
We have a page, Urban Flag Football League page, or they can contact me, Qasim Shabazz at 402-670-7249. And all of the other staff, Jason Bryson, Big Michael, and Asor Shabazz, it's a few of us, we're pretty much out there. So different ways of advertisement and stuff, it's out there.
Yeah, because I'll be seeing it on Facebook all the time. That's what made me be like, man, that's why I wanted you to come up, because I was like, man, this is exactly the type of stuff that I talk to people about, and kind of what the show is about,
Right.
Because it's like, we don't gotta wait for nobody to come and save us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you wanna, and that's a big thing to me, because when we talk about the youth, is like waking them up from like a mental state of unawareness of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
with like just the team names, like a kid will be like, who is this? Like, why did he name this after that? It's like it opens you up to that. And I mean, a lot of people, once you get opened up to that idea, I mean, for me personally, it's like it gave me a lot of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because I was fortunate. My grandmother was the one who taught me like about Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X and all of that type of stuff. But everybody don't have that. So it's like I got that early. And it definitely, like, it changed the way I performed in school, So it's like it's a real big thing that y'all doing. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, if you realize that or not, but
appreciate it.
For real, just that visual, I mean, make me want to step step what I'm doing up, because, like you said, you do it by yourself. A lot of people I know wait for grants, and funding from outside, and I'm not saying that people can't have good intentions, but how long am I supposed to wait?
Right.
You know what I mean, like. So what do you have a overall vision with the league, or is it just you want to share a little bit with us?
So basically, we love sports,
right?
But I mean, we got to be real. Sports do not produce husbands, they don't produce households, and they don't produce a lot of the times moral stability in oneself. So we use the program to bring the kids in. We're in the process of developing a manhood program. We want to teach them how to hunt, how to fish, how to shoot, read a compass, look a man in the eyes, how to treat a woman, et cetera, et cetera. Those are the things that we are gearing towards.
Right.
We use the football as a fishing net,
right.
But once again, we don't reach out for grants and all that and stuff like that. So. The revenue that we generate through the league, we're putting towards the manhood program. We want to produce men. Right. So I love the sport of football, but basketball and all that, and the things that we excel in, but those things on a mass rate really don't do a whole lot for us as a people. Right. So we got to be real about that. So that's my overall agenda, is to start teaching these boys how to fish, shoot, hunt, survival skills, things that tap into the subconscious mind. Those are the things that pulled me up out of the dirt.
Right.
The sports were good. It gave me confidence, but when I learned how to fish and stuff like that, those were the things that turned my life around.
Right.
And those certain things started to apply to other lifestyle things that I had going on, and I'm here.
Definitely, definitely, because those things all teach you very important life lessons. I think, like fishing, hunting, it taught me like patience.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying,
Yep.
and like discipline. Like it'll pay off. You know, like you sit here and you be quiet enough for long enough.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You'll get what you
get-
set out to
you
get.
That's right.
And that's something that I'm really into as well is the manhood training, because I mean I always look at myself before I project to anybody else, and I think about how much I would have benefited from that. You know what I'm saying? Because every culture, like you can't really have a nation without a like welcome to manhood type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like every culture does that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if that's something that where we lacking to where it's like, because I mean you start feeling like all the brothers I came up around, you know what I'm saying, that gave me the knowledge of myself, they really stressed that like you're a man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 16 years old, but around them I'm expected to behave and, you know, to be a man. So it's like, you know, you take, like I don't have to tell you to take care of your responsibility because you should have to have that under control. You know what I'm saying? And having a program that would be really dope. Like it's very needed.
Yes, sir.
I really think it's very needed. So what do you think, so what's the, like, is there a timeline or is there, like, is it something that's just in the works right now with that?
The timeline, you know, our goal is to begin at the beginning of next month.
Okay.
I'm taking my one of the football teams, I will be taking camping on the 11th of this month.
Okay.
Introducing them to the idea. You see, you want to start small so that we can learn how the children will respond to it at first and stuff like that. So
Right.
Once I get my personal data on that, then I know I can make the next move. But in my heart and in my mind, I know that that's where we belong. And I also feel like the things that we should be teaching our young boys, and you'd be surprised about how many grown men have never even done these things.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The way that we need to teach, they're not going to come through the channel of government assistance. This is our responsibility to teach our children who they are, where they come from,
Right.
and how to get there and how to do it. They're not going to teach us that.
Right.
You know, so it's our responsibility. So back to your question, about the middle of next month, we should be jumping off.
Yeah. That's dope, man. You absolutely right too, man, because I mean, I wouldn't want it to be no one else's responsibility, you know? Because that's something for us to do. I mean, you said it exactly right, like to produce husbands and men in the community.
That's right.
You know, like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm feeling like anybody that's in the community that's not on board with those types of things, even if you got your own personal preferences, whatever, it's some things that's fundamental that we should be engaged in. You know, and that's what I wanted to say too. I wanted to say that on camera too. Like, that's one of the main things that I respected about you before I ever even met you.
Appreciate
was like, it's like you're not an armchair revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call them, armchair revolutionaries. You know what I'm saying? Like I sit here and I say, hey, we need to do this, we should do that. Hey man, you want to come and do? Oh man, I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you already got it's already in motion. The train is moving. You know what I'm saying? And that says a lot.
Thank you, bro.
That says a lot. I know that you like a humble brother, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But it's just real, man. I give it up where it's due, you know what I'm saying? So okay, did you give out the website information or your information?
Urban
just
Rifle.
one more time?
I mean, not Urban Rifle. That's another organization. Urban Flag Football League. We have a Facebook page. And my information again, I'm Qasim Shabazz. I'm the founder and the president of the UFFL. Phone number 402-670-7249. Anybody can call me at any time pertaining to football or you know, just bringing us together as a collective. I'm always here.
Right. I just wanted to make sure we did that. I think we got time still though.
Okay.
So with all of this stuff with these two programs that you had going on, what inspired you to want to do those things?
Man, that's you know, I grew up rough. You know, I had a really rough upbringing. My mother, single mother, beautiful woman. You know, I remember always wanting somebody to come get me and do those things for me.
Right.
and never had it, you know. So I was a late bloomer, and the older that I got, I started, you know, I eventually started fighting and got into the UFC stuff, did really good, went pretty far, started fighting, started learning. I didn't learn how to fish till a little bit later, maybe around the age of 13, 14, and just recently started hunting and stuff like. These were the things that, you know, in our nature as little boys, man, we call on these things.
Yeah.
And we don't have them. We don't have the resources, and we don't have the people to steer us, man. So the hurt, you know, I think the hurt for me, the mass hurt within inside of myself, is how these things came to light. You know, I turned my pain into flowers, you know, so.
Right.
And it still hurts sometimes to even talk about it, you know, but
Yeah.
I'm able to demonstrate, and I'm able to see how these children feel, and they feel good, and it's like me living through them,
Right.
you know, and that's good enough for me,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like I got that happiness, and I'm getting it through the babies, you know,
Yeah.
and so that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Yeah. The babies are the greatest, man.
Right.
It's no doubt about that to me, man. And that's a beautiful thing, man, because, you know, I mean, I'm lost and found myself, you know, and that's what I really want people to see, you know, young brothers that might be late teens, early 20s, to see that, you know, it's never too late to do the right thing.
Never
Like,
too late.
you know what I'm saying? So no matter what you've been through, your process that you've had so far up to this point, you know, you can always take that left turn, you know, you can turn right, you know. And I believe that we have to see that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, it's always an example. I had I'm not gonna say his name because he's a good brother or whatever, but you know, he do a lot of youth sports.
Okay.
And it was a time where he was sending kids away that didn't have proper gym shoes. But he's coming from the perspective of, this is a gym, you're not wearing them boots in here. That was that was all he was thinking. And I'm telling him, I had to tell him, like, at first I'm trying to talk to him, but he's older than me.
Right.
So he's not listening. So I had to tell him, like, straight out, like, you're refusing kids because all he got is boots on. Mm-hmm. He can't play basketball. Now, he came to the community center to play basketball. The person who don't reject is gang members, the dope man, people that's looking to prey on him. They're not gonna send him away because he don't have the right shoes.
Right.
They're gonna provide him shoes.
That's right.
So then, where is that kid at? You know? And that's how I see the stuff that you do, is that it's in action. It's not about all of these other things and like, because we all got different ideas, you know what I'm saying? And especially now, the so-called conscious brothers that don't have understanding, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bash nobody, but I do want to say that, you know what I'm saying? And what I see when I dealt with you, the first time that we ever met up, you know what I'm saying? When I looked at you in the face, I shook your hand, I seen that you had an understanding that this is not about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about me. Like, if I get involved in something, I just want the project to be the best. And that's what I sensed from you, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's needed, to be out front. Because the youth if you don't have an example of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned to be humble from humble brothers. That was, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, you can live a civilized life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even if you know, you might have made some mistakes to where you can't maybe do everything 100% legally, legitimately, whatever the case is. It's a civilized way to act always. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a way that I should treat you. You know what I'm saying? It's a way I should deal with women. Right. You know what I mean? It's a way you deal with children. You deal with yourself, you know? And my favorite thing is when I see that, you know what I'm saying? I see that example shining, you know? And that's what I see with your league and with what your work that you do, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, that's the reason that we wanted you to come, that I wanted you to come, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very grateful to you for coming.
Thank you, brother.
You know, and sharing that with us, because I know you just do the work, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Like, for real, man. So is there anything else that you would want to say before we get up out of here?
I just want to thank you for producing this platform. Definitely, man. This is huge, and I appreciate you. And you know, I can't emphasize enough the responsibility that we must take within ourselves. You know, we gonna fall every now and then. You know, But as men, we got to stand up. You know, we got to do better. We have to protect our women and our children. That's our responsibility. That's not nobody else's responsibility, and I mean all the way down to the core.
Right.
You know, if we're not talking about the protection of the women and the children, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
You
What
know,
are we doing?
What are we doing? You know?
Right.
So at the end of the day, we have a big obligation and we have a big responsibility, and that's where I'm at with everything.
Right.
So
Right.
That's all I have to say.
I completely agree with you, man. And to see that, but the good thing is, man, is that it don't take everybody. You know what I'm saying? It really don't. People think it take all of us. It don't. It take a few.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember I was reading something and Elijah Muhammad said that. Like, I don't need 100 men.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I need one.
That's right.
That's gonna go and do that work.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's how we get it done. So with that, man, I want to say, man, thank you, man.
Peace, bro.
Peace, man.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
up here,
Appreciate
man.
it. Thank
You know, I know it's a Saturday morning. This comes on Monday nights, you know what I'm saying? But it's a Saturday morning, and that's a lot of people who work. That's our free time. You know what I'm saying? That's our family time. So I appreciate you taking away from that to come up here, you know, and share with us. And if you got any comments, I would love to keep the conversation going. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna put the brother's information up. So if you're interested, and you know, keep the conversation going with us. You know where to reach us at. You know, voicesofreasonshow.com. Leave your comments and all of that. And until next time, peace.